Yes. We're breaking down the Bucks. It's
What's
Friday,
up?
November 17th. Bucks with a 130-99 victory in Charlotte tonight, making it 3 wins in a row. They were able to hold their opponent under 100 points. They moved to 8-4 on the year, 2-0 in the in-season tournament, and currently sit third in the East. Gentlemen, welcome to Breaking Down Bucks.
Yeah.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir. The Bucks come into Charlotte in-season tournament game and kind of get off to another slow start, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's kind of very disappointing. I was worried for a second, but got things going. Once we took out the stars, we got things going.
Yeah,
Kind of
lots of
Bobby held
bad
ship.
D early.
Lazy
D early.
energy.
Yeah, lack of energy, I would say.
Lack of
early.
energy.
And then they went to the backups, right? They brought in Ajax, who gets first quarter minutes again tonight.
Yep, hit a big 3.
That's correct.
Right around when Beasley got hot, we started hitting all those threes. That kind of got us back into it.
Right. They actually ended the first on a down 37-28. But they went to that zone in the second.
Yep.
And got back into the game. At this point, that zone is kind of the go-to defense.
I know. Adrian Griffin.
Yeah, Adrian Griffin. I know Marcus on the telecast said that Coach Bud hated zones.
Yeah.
Beasley continued his hot streak, right? More threes in the second quarter there. And just kind of when he gets hot, he gets to jabbering and just basically doing weird shit out there.
Yep.
Pumping the air.
Gave us the wiggle tonight.
Oh, yeah, he had the wiggle going. So full repertoire from Beasley tonight.
Definitely good seeing him get it going, though, because he's definitely a solid shooter from deep. 4 of 6 from deep in the first half was definitely huge. But he's shot over 40% from deep and over multiple times over his career. So it's a good piece to have in Milwaukee for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Drew on the last pod, wasn't he saying something he was thinking about calling for his starting position? And now he's kind of picked it up this last week or so.
Yeah, absolutely. I was starting to get worried about Beasley. I wanted to see more intangibles from him, hustle plays, loose rebounds, that type of stuff. But if he's shooting like this, I don't care what he does.
Yeah.
And it makes me start to question: they were better without Dame and Giannis on the floor? Certainly early.
I think a lot of that is Bobby and Pat bringing energy. It's just energy. Cam Payne did well tonight too. I thought he was making the right plays.
I definitely don't think that's something to worry about, though. I think that's more of a positive thing. Honestly, is if we're played better without them, that's a good outlook. Because that's not going to be something that happens every game where we're better without them versus with them.
Yeah. And Zach, I know we talked about Dame. I mean, all offseason he didn't even get to work out one day because he didn't know where his contract was going to be. So he's still getting his sea legs, and you can see it coming on these last couple games.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. Great points. Good to see Pat Con finally get it going.
For sure.
Yep, double digits.
First time in double digits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically Dame and Giannis they only played, I would say, less than 3 minutes in the second quarter, and the Bucks trailed or were up 2 at half, 59-57 after that second unit got them in the game.
Yep. During that huge run, I think we kept the Stars out till, I think, 2:45, you said, in the second half. So, I mean, that's 5 minutes past their normal time.
Yeah. And then Brandon Miller. I went to Alabama, so I was looking forward to see him play. Didn't play much in the first half.
Yep. Don't know if it was injuries or hobbled or what.
Yeah, I saw him hobbled at times, but then I also saw him, throw himself through the rim. So
yeah. So he seems like a good fit for Charlotte. They always like to have those quick, athletic guys. They've been a top 10 team in pace of play the past 3-4 years. And they always
give us trouble.
Quick guys and give us trouble. I think we're 500 against them over the past 3 years, 5-5, I believe. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
More illustrious guests, folks. More illustrious guests.
The Drew.
There he is.
Major.
Drew DeJour.
Drew.
Yep.
He's back.
Drew, we're just kind of working our way through the second quarter here.
Yeah.
Talking about Brandon Miller. Didn't get much clock. But, yeah, as you were saying, very exciting team in the lead, or is on top of the I can't even talk. They're one of the fastest pace of play teams, right? And they're constantly making highlights.
Mm-hmm.
So like they might be down 19, but it kind of feels like they're in the game because they're doing alley oops, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
You
And they
talking
got
about
that
Charlotte
announcer.
right now?
Yep,
Yeah.
we are.
Yeah, we're already going, buddy. Welcome.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought you were talking about the Bucks for a minute.
We are
Are you talking about the Bucks or Charlotte
both.
Charlotte at the moment.
at the moment? Okay.
At the moment. But going through the second quarter, we got past the run when we came back. So Giannis and Dame came in.
Yep.
And kind of we got that lead going into the half, which was huge for morality wise.
Right. And then Charlotte made a couple of highlight plays. And I noted here that Dame likes, when the momentum starts to shift, Dame likes to walk into a three.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I love when he's aggressive. Walking into stuff and coming downhill. That's when everything opens up.
That's right.
He's definitely got the green light for it. He's proven over the years he can shoot from almost anywhere across half court. So it's definitely anything across half courts is good for me with Dan.
Yeah. And then Brooke really started defending in that third quarter, had some blocks around the rim, and just seemed to be really aggressive, along with Bobby, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
He looked gassed at the end of that third quarter, though. I mean,
Brooke
he was gassed.
Yeah. How about that 1-3 that he thought he got fouled and kind of just threw it up one-footed, and it just was straight cash.
Right. He was looking for the foul.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have some concerns being the oldest team in the NBA? Are we concerned at all about that, or are we? We are the oldest team, correct? I believe so.
Yeah. But look who's injured. Marjan. I guess. Yeah.
Jay.
I guess Jay is old, but
I guess more so just our fatigue throughout the season kind of concerns it, just with that statement of being the oldest team.
I guess that's why they're
Dame get a dunk like that in the third. Like that just shows maybe he's timeless, maybe he's ageless.
Mm-hmm. But maybe that's also why they're easing Middleton in like a baby.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
You got to with how injured he's been in the last couple of years. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dame finished with 18 in the quarter, and it was kind of quiet points, right? He's continuously getting to the line.
Mm-hmm.
Just, if you don't watch him every day, you don't realize how big of a savant he is getting to the line.
For sure.
Getting his buckets.
Yeah, having Giannis being number one in the league in free throw attempts, and then Dame's right behind him at 6 or 7. So that's a great recipe for success, having your top two players into the rim as well as staying in the top 10 as a team and 3-point attempts. So those two things, getting to the line and shooting threes, that's just a recipe for wins right there.
And how nice is it that Dame is making every free throw too? How nice is that going to be down the stretch every game, the whole season and playoffs? It's such a nice tool to the bag of the team.
Right. And a zone defense is what took us out against the Heat, right, in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to be able to play zone against the Milwaukee Bucks with Dame on the team.
And no
chance.
No shot.
And the way Beasley's shooting, my God.
Mm-hmm. El Fuego.
I just thought that starting the fourth quarter, Giannis got a couple tic-tac fouls. It wasn't really consequential, but didn't really see probably the superstar respect that I think he probably deserved. There was
and I hate how he's officiated too. It's tough for him to really get going sometimes when he gets a ticky-tack call like that, or when he's able to. The next play, he's able to go super hard against their big man and give elbows and stuff. But it's tough for him to get a good idea what the refs are going to call. So,
right.
Yeah, kind of
also, one of the hardest players to officiate, him and Shaq, right? I would say are the hardest two in the history of the game,
100%.
As far as I'm concerned. So, Chris hit a couple big threes in the fourth.
Yep.
Doing what he does.
Finals, Chris.
Yeah, it always is good to see glimpses of Chris from yesteryears.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Chris is a professional basketball player. Talking about yesteryears.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a professional bucket getter, but he's had some injuries, and he's
Talking about him like he's Klay Thompson right now, dude.
I was shocked when you guys said he passed Michael Redd. I mean, those are my days growing up, like falling in love with the Bucks. Michael Redd, and he passed him in scorings, and he's going to be third behind Giannis. That's kind of crazy. But
yeah, it's going to be Giannis, Kareem, Middleton. If I were to guess, what's crazy, and I think we brought this up on last podcast, is Kareem did all that work in like 3 years.
I was shocked at that. I was shocked at that.
Bucket getter. What else, guys?
Trying to think.
Talk about the court.
Oh my God, we haven't got to the
court
in-season tournament, but the whole setup in the in-season tournament for the courts, not a fan.
I'm not a fan at all.
Just keep it standard.
I like it.
I'm not.
I like the weirdness.
I don't know.
What I didn't like is like one team has like special jerseys, and then the Bucks as the road team just had on their regulars. I noticed too when the Bucks played the Knicks at home in the in-season tournament, the Knicks were just wearing some basic-ish. So
that's a big topic right now is the jerseys. Like, how many jerseys are there going to be? I like just having 1-2 jerseys, and then maybe like 1 or 2 alternates. Like, there's like a jersey for every night. It seems like every game is a different jersey almost.
Yeah, it's all about that. It's all money, right?
All money. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the in-season tournament, as far as my knowledge, is certain games on Wednesdays and Fridays are designated as in-season tournament games, and you're in group play, and somehow go ahead.
I was going to say our next 2 remaining is Wizards on the 24th, I believe. Is that Thanksgiving or is it the day before?
I'm
not sure. Yeah, day before, Wednesday. And then the next game's in Miami. So that'll be the last one. And we just passed Miami with point differential because of that 31-point blowout. So,
right.
I mean, it's probably going to come down to that game.
So
but you can see these guys taking it more serious, the in-season tournament. It's that money.
Yeah, I mean the 500,000 isn't much for some of the top players, but the coaches get paid as well. And then you think of like guys at the end of the bench, and does it go to like the two-way player guys too?
I think so.
Dame claims it does.
I saw a dude in the back. He was cheering every play. I didn't even recognize him, but he was in uniform, so he was like in the second row. But like those are the guys that are getting that money.
That's maybe why the bench was so hyped. Drew, what were you saying about Dame talking about the guys on the bench?
I mean, he mentioned that, that could be huge money for two-way contract players. So I'm assuming that the two-way guys get part of that, right?
Be a lot cooler if it did.
Right.
Or if they did.
I'm sure Dame and Giannis are willing.
How happy are you that you're on a team that has Giannis and Dame, though, to try to get that money?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I'd rather have that than LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward.
Yep, almost 15 turnovers.
Gordon Hayward looked awful.
Oh.
Awful. Nothing but missed mid-ranges, dude.
Yeah. He built a brick house tonight.
Yeah.
He looked like a dude that should have been playing on Thursday afternoons at the Y. Maybe not that bad, but you get my point.
Yeah.
And then Ajax, he got first quarter clock. I don't think we saw him in the second quarter, and I don't think we saw him again until mop-up duty in the fourth.
That had to do with Pat playing very well tonight. He came out really out of his shell, which was great to see.
Yeah. And dude, he's like getting pushed around. He's just not strong enough right now to try to rebound with NBA power forwards.
You talking about Pat?
No, I'm talking about your boy Ajax.
What a nickname.
Yeah, maybe not power forwards, but I look at him as more of a 3, but it's positionless basketball at this point.
Right. So he gets pinned underneath the basket and he gets pushed around.
I like his perimeter D, and that's probably the Bucks' biggest weakness.
Yeah.
Especially against guards.
Especially against guards. I don't think he's going to be matched up on necessarily the point guards, but he does
Yeah.
a good job, I think, on 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
Who's guarding LaMelo tonight?
Pat was on a little bit. I saw.
Yeah. They switched it up.
I mean,
A little bit of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You guys like Ish Smith?
I know you do.
Yeah, I'm an Ish Smith guy.
solid
Mm-hmm.
player.
All reliable.
He's been
All
everywhere.
reliable. Had a cup of coffee in Milwaukee. I couldn't even name the year. But just a solid basketball player.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
What do you think he would do?
One guy I will say I'm glad that's not on this team this year is Grayson Allen. It's definitely a good sight to see him.
Oh, yeah.
I was not a Grayson Allen fan, and just having him off the court just makes me feel a lot better about this team.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't a Grayson Allen fan before he got to the Bucks.
Oh no, yeah.
Obviously, because of
we
all
know why.
the cheap incidents.
Yeah.
But I embraced him when he was
and
here.
And the Badgers too. Took a chip away from us.
Yeah. But yeah, multiple reasons to not like the guy now that he's gone again.
Yeah. Always getting chanted at too at Chicago and everything. Just a distraction.
Just Grayson as a player, I mean, there'd be times where he get a kick out shot, he'd have a wide open three, and he would just like do a pump fake. It's like, dude, we were on this team for one reason last year, and it was to shoot threes. It wasn't to drive and facilitate himself, is what he did a lot. He'd drive, pass up wide open three, drive and dish, and be like, that's not your game, bro. Shoot the three.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you got to do.
Yep. Stick to your role.
Yep.
Yeah,
But,
so go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, just having him gone defensively, he was a liability too. And tonight we kept Hornets under 100 points, which is kind of a good feat, especially considering I think we rank almost bottom half of the league in every defensive stat, which is not a good thing for sure. So
I mean, it's alarming compared to where Coach Bud had us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, I think Coach Bud ran simple offense and defense. It was effective, but very simple. You know, on defense, you're just forcing everything to the middle to Brooke.
Mm-hmm.
And on offense, it's just basically spread the court, shoot threes, or dunk with Giannis.
Yeah.
But he didn't make many adjustments, obviously, and that's probably why he's gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, considering that, we're 8-4. We got Luka tomorrow in town.
That's right.
That's going to be a big game, national TV.
Yep, back to back. We got a 3-game win streak?
Yep.
I'd like to see 4.
And what's Dallas been doing? Anybody know?
They're hot, 9-3, I think. I saw.
Coach Kidd coming back to town.
Luka plays the first 12 minutes, first quarter, and then sits forever. But during that first quarter, he puts up 20 every time. It's just insane. You just check his point total. It's just nuts. He just goes to score right away. It's like their game plan for him to score right away. We'll see it tomorrow.
What's his stat line going to be? Yeah, we can't stop him. Let's predict his stat line.
Triple-double for sure.
Oh, yeah. Is he going to go for 40 or 50?
Drew?
I think it's gonna. I think he goes under 30. I think you put Giannis on him, and
oh man,
national TV game.
Would you go to Vegas and bet on that?
He might go under 25 tomorrow.
Oh wow. My God,
that's bold. That is
Kyrie
bold.
Might get 40. But
after we keep held him to 99.
Normally, I would be concerned about going on a back-to-back and maybe Giannis not playing, but it's national TV, so I don't think that's in the cards, right?
It's not allowed. We'd be in big trouble.
And so, it's not like he had to carry the load tonight. What did he take, like 10 shots?
Oh, yeah. And he didn't even board. He had single-digit boards.
Right. I think they're better when Giannis isn't shooting 30 times. I think the sweet spot is like 20, 15.
Yep. Did he shoot a 3 tonight?
No.
Yes. That is what I like to see. I am an advocate for 0 Giannis threes. 0.
Yeah.
And please,
we got our guys to shoot them. He creates the threes for everybody else.
Yeah. And please speed up the free throw process. I think you're not effective with it, so let's move on to something else. Honestly, do the one hand. Like, what is that? Soban on San Antonio? You
Yep.
seen him shoot the free throws?
Yep, I saw that, and he's getting good at it.
Yeah, he shoots it one-handed.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, sports fans, if you want to get perfect form on the way to shoot, that's the drill. Put one-handed ball. Yep, do it. Gooseneck.
Mm-hmm.
Proven method.
Proven method. Shooters shoot. I think we all know that.
Yep.
All right, guys, wrapping it up on breaking down Bucks. Tomorrow night, Dallas comes to Milwaukee. We'll see you then. Gentlemen, I appreciate y'all joining
Looking forward
the show.
to it. Yep, we'll
All right,
see ya.
Yes.